Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw The Mummy. Well, I saw it last night. So this is a completely different Mummy movie than what we're used to. This is not like a direct remake to the Brendan Fraser movie or hell the Tom Cruise movie one. They came out like what 9 years ago now. This is its own thing. It actually wasn't supposed to be called The Mummy at one point. It's supposed to be called The Resurrected, which would have been a better title for this movie because, as far as mummy goes, there is no mummy in this movie. I mean, isn't the whole point of being mummified is that you have to have your organs taken out and shit? No, no signs of that in this movie. Yeah, someone's wrapped in bandages, but that's doesn't really make them a mummy. Anyway, so the movie is about this girl Katie who goes missing, and then 8 years later she's found in like the sarcophagus uh, that fell out of a plane during a crash, and her body is in there, mummified body, I should say, mummified, and her parents come and pick her up from Egypt or from America to Egypt, and bring her back home, and then all these weird shit happens. Um, so this is directed by Lee Cronin, who did Evil Dead Rise a couple years ago, which I thought was a fine movie. I think my favorite Evil Dead is probably Evil Dead 2. I have not seen the 2013 remake or whatever you want to call it. Um, Speaking of Evil Dead, there's a new Evil Dead movie coming out, which was one of the trailers for this movie. Um, New Line and Sony. I never thought I'd see them do a partnership, but New Line and Sony is doing an Evil Dead movie. Anyway, um, so yeah, this is this feels more like a possession movie than a mummy movie. Like this is just like The Exorcist, but we have some nice, beautiful shots of Cairo, Egypt, and I do mean beautiful. Like I like, I wish more movies, and I'm glad that more movies are being shot in Egypt now. Uh, Godzilla X Kong, uh, Wonder Woman 1984, and well, this movie. I like that we're getting more movies filmed in location. Well, I hope they're in location, and Egypt. And I love seeing Egypt in movies. Um, but yeah, it's shot well. There's just I don't know. I like the movie. There's stuff I like. There's stuff I don't like. It's a mixed bag movie. Um, I like the father in the movie. I liked how they didn't they portray the father as like this weak, spineless idiot. That he actually sacrifices himself and does like fatherly things in this movie. And yes, it was kind of refreshing to see a positive father figure in a modern Hollywood film. Way to go, Lee Cronin. Um, he plays like this news anchor and whatnot. And he's trying to find answers on what happened to his daughter and why she's the way she is now. And yeah, honestly, this movie feels like Lee Cronin watched a bunch of like early 2010 horror movies. Like it's like this movie has elements from like Insidious and um Conjuring and Sinister and all these other horror films from that time period. And it's just like he's like, yeah, I wanna make the most generic fucking horror movie ever and just slap the mummy's name on it. Um, it's sad, but it's unfortunately what it felt like. It was just a friggin' fuck of other horror films from the past 10, 15 years. Um, so yeah. Oh, and there's also bits of Evil Dead in this movie. Mainly towards the end, involving a certain character. Like, yeah, this feels like the Evil Dead. I mean, I know the director's movie prior to this was Evil Dead, but it was when you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, the grandmother in this movie, I thought, didn't deserve how she was treated in this movie. Um, just what they do with her character, it's kind of cruel at some point. Just like, why are you doing this to this poor woman? Um, it was, I just didn't like it. I just didn't like how they treated her character in this movie. Um, and something happens to her. It's like, that's just a little too over the top. Why'd you go there? Um, and yeah, this movie has a lot of gross body horror moments involving toenails and teeth and all the other fun shit. I mean, if you've seen Evil Dead Rise, you know what you're gonna get with the kind of gore in this movie. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much a body horror mystery uh movie. Um, and the movie actually had some really funny moments too. Like, I wasn't expecting to laugh as much as I did. Some of the stuff is probably unintentional too. Um, there was like this really like intense scene where like something happens, and then like the scene ends, and then it cuts straight to blinded by the light playing in the background. I'm like, what a weird song choice to play after this important scene. Like, why? Um, Maybe not important scene, but just, it was just a jarring transition. Um, I want to give The Mummy 2.5 out of 5 stars. I can't quite push it to 3. I want to, but there's just certain elements in the movie that just didn't gel well. Um, and that's pretty much it. Um, if you want a better Mummy movie, I guess just stick with the Brendan Fraser one. Um, I'd say the original, but it's not the original. The original is from the 30s. I want to get my hand on a copy of the Christopher Lee Mummy movie from the late 50s, but that Blu-ray is going for about over $100. Do I want to spend that kind of money? I don't have that kind of money right now. If I did have that kind of money, I wouldn't mind throwing down $100 on the copy. It looks like a cool movie. Oh, the cover at least looks cool. So if the movie's as cool as the cover, why not? But I'm not about to throw down $100 on one fucking movie. Maybe I'll find out in the wild. I don't know. Anyway, 2.5 out of 5 stars.